Hey guys, it's Jade and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how I edit my videos. And I have one of these videos up on my channel. I think I might have taken it down, but at the time when I uploaded it, it did really good. And recently I've just gotten a lot of inspiration on how to make my videos better, so I thought this would be a good video to film. If you like this video, please make sure to give it a thumbs up and make sure to subscribe. I've gotten a lot of new subscribers recently, especially from my What's My iPhone video. That video has been doing so good, so thank you for the support on that video, and let's get started. The first thing that I will do is import all my clips from my camera to my computer, and once I've done that, I will just pull all of the clips from my iMovie library into my little timeline thing, and I'll just cut all the clips. So I'll cut out like long pauses, things that I said that I don't want to be in the video, anything that'll make it like extra long or things that are unnecessary. I just go ahead and cut that out, and that's just me editing the raw footage before I do anything else. And I also do zoom-ins at that point. I like to do zoom-ins just because it adds a little something to the video, and it makes it less boring and more entertaining for videos like this where I'm just talking. It just makes it more entertaining if I have zoom-ins and things like that. So I will do the crop to fill or the Ken Burns, which is the like immediate crop, and then it also has the zoom-in crop. The next thing that I'll do is add my green screens, and these are just the basic green screens for right now. So like my intro or my social media green screen, I'll add those in. If I want to do text green screens, I'll do that later. So once I have my timeline full of pretty much just raw footage and a few other things, I will go ahead and add music. I don't have like a subscription or anything. I just go on YouTube and find channels and non-copyright songs that I like, and I download them through YouTube MP3, I think is what it's called. And once it's into iTunes, I'll just drag it over my clip, and I will adjust the volume. And the volume kind of depends on what clips I'm putting it over. So if I'm doing it over a clip where I'm talking like this, I'll normally do it at a lower volume just as like background music. But if it's over a montage, I'll normally put it at about 50 so that it's loud and you can hear it, and it just makes the clip more entertaining, but it's not like making you go deaf, you know what I mean? Along with music, I will also add sound effects, and sometimes that goes with transitions, or sometimes that'll just be to make the video funny. Speaking of transitions, the transition that I use is the slide left to right, I think. You can use slide left or slide right. I just like slide left. That's the one I use in all my videos. And along with the transition, I use the golf hit 1 sound. The last thing that I do is if I have an intro, I haven't been using my intro recently. I've kind of just been liking not having one, but I will put my end card at the end of my video. I just have a saved end card. I'm pretty sure I made it on Fonto or Keynote. I don't know which one, I can't really remember, and now I just have it as a file and I drag it onto my video every single time. So that's pretty much the basic steps in order of how I edit my videos. Now on to tips and tricks. I just have a few tips that will help you if you're editing a video. Use shortcuts. Shortcuts are so much easier than clicking everything. You don't have to be like,
click this and then click that and drag it over here and then drag that under there
and do all that stuff. It's way more complicated. So a few shortcuts are Control-C and V is copy and paste, and then Control-B you use to cut the clip. So now I'm going to talk about thumbnails. I make my thumbnails on multiple apps. I use the apps Fonto, Moldiv, sometimes VSCO, and PixArt. And I'm going to explain really quickly how I make my thumbnails and what I use all of those apps for. Okay, so here I have my editing folder. So the first thing that I do is I will go into Moldiv. This is what I make my collage on. So I click collage, and they have so many different options, like so many. Well, these are premium options, but all the basic ones, they still have a ton. And depending on how many good pictures I got for the thumbnail kind of depends on what thing I use. So the first thing that I do is the frame adjust, and I make it to where it's gonna fit the YouTube like thing. I just kind of estimate it every time because it doesn't have a like YouTube thumbnail option like some apps do. And then I just drag this thing so that the pictures don't have a border around them. The next thing that I do is I will add my pictures. I'm just gonna take these two pictures that I took yesterday when I was hanging out with my friends. We made acai bowls. I'm going to rotate this real quick. That's pretty much it. So I will just click the save button and standard, and then it'll save it to my camera roll. And the next thing that I do is I go into VSCO. I don't always use VSCO, kind of depends on the quality of the picture, but in this case I am going to use VSCO. So I'm going to go to my camera roll and click the collage that I just made, and I'm going to use whatever filter I want to. In this case I'm probably going to use the filter E1 just because it just kind of makes it more vibrant. I'm not going to go into all the detailed things. I'm just going to do a few edits real quick. Okay, so I'm literally done. Most of the time when I edit my thumbnails, it doesn't take too much work. So once again, I'm saving the edited version into my camera roll, and then I'm going to Fonto. So once I go into Fonto, I go to photo albums and select the collage that I just made, and I just add text. Making smoothie bowls. I don't like this font for this thumbnail like at all. So I'm gonna go to my fonts. I have a few saved fonts from dafont.com, and they have all the fonts that are like linked with Fonto, and I'm gonna use, I think I'm gonna use Sunday Morning. I really like this one, and I always make it big. And here's something that I always do. I don't know why, I just like the look of this. I go to spacing and I make the letters more spaced out. I don't know why I do this, I just think it makes it look a lot better. Next I will go to stroke, and I don't always do this, but sometimes I will add a stroke or an outline, or I will add a shadow. I'm going to do a drop shadow this time. And that's pretty much it. And occasionally I will curve the text. Kind of just depends on like the aesthetic of the picture, but that is it. I'll just save it to my camera roll and then use it in YouTube Studio when I'm editing my video. So one last thing I wanted to talk about is the text that I use in my videos. If I do use text, I use Fonto or Keynote. Keynote's a little bit easier just because it's already on the computer and I don't have to go to a separate device to make those green screens or text. Some of the fonts that I like to use are Georgia, Helvetica New, I think is how you say that, Sunday Morning, Run Wild, and Keep on Truckin'. Those are fonts that I use all the time for my thumbnails and for my videos and like green screens and things like that. Those are my favorite ones. You're probably going to see those a lot in my videos or thumbnails. That's pretty much it for how I edit my videos. If you have any questions or things that I didn't answer in this video, please leave them down below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace.